Got this F250 here pulled inside. We originally wanted to put some wheels on it, the 20-inch I think they are, and we didn't do that because the truck was on a dyno and we didn't want to ruin these tires. So these wheels are 20-inch wheels, so 325, 60, 20. They're pretty massive looking and still have quite a bit of tread left. Before we put those wheels on it, I'd like to put a leveling kit on it. You see how high it is in the back? So the leveling kit will equal out and lift the front so the front and rear is the same height, which would look better once we put the wheels on it. And I've had these spacers for a while. I've got them from heavy metal suspension. I've got some instructions here. So what this is just a spacer that spaces it goes between the spring and the frame up top. So it just lifts up about, whatever it is, like 2 inches or so. So it's called a leveling kit. So I'm gonna slap that on and put those wheels on and see what it looks like. So it looks like I have to remove this bolt here for the track bar, the stabilizer bar, and loosen the shocks. And when I lift the truck up, the axle should stay down. I also have to remove this bolt here that holds the bracket with the brake lines and the ABS sensor, just so they don't rip. So let's continue. So I've got the spacers in on top of the spring, and instructions said to mark the spring and put it back in the same spot, and I did. But the problem is the driver's side spring was not in its place. There's a stopper here on the bottom. It's hard to see, but it wasn't in its place to begin with. So I'm guessing I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in its original place and hope for the best. But because the passenger side was in its place where the lock is. Alright, I was trying to take a shortcut and not disconnect the track bar from up here, and that didn't work out because when I started lifting the truck, it didn't go high enough, and also the axle shifted towards the driver's side more and it was not aligned. So don't take shortcuts. Go ahead and remove this track bar bolt. It's just one bolt. I tried to remove it on the other side. That ball joint is stuck. I couldn't get it out, so I just removed this big bolt here and got the track bar off. And at that point I could lift it as high as I can, or as high as I need to, even more than enough. So right now I got it all aligned. The spring is in place on both sides. Same thing here. It's way higher, but the spring is in its place. So what I'm going to do is lower it and slowly line up those plates. So I've got the leveling kit installed. There's like a slight gap up here. It didn't settle really good, but I'm guessing once I put the wheels on it and lower the truck, it will go in its place. But on this side it's even worse. It's a bigger gap, but I'm guessing after I drive it will all settle into place because everything lines up, everything's in its place. So it should find its place. So for now, I'm going to put the original wheels on it and see what the difference is on the height. And after that, I will install the 20-inch wheels. Truck looks much better with these wheels on, but it does rub a little bit here and a little bit over here on the fender. I thought it was just rubbing the plastic, so I trimmed it a bit, but it looks like it's rubbing the whole fender, so it's not much. So what I'll do is I'll probably trim it, or maybe just put the stock wheels back on. Also, I think I might have to just lift it up one more time and adjust this because this gap did not close up. I think I will put the springs back where they were. I have a mark right here and a mark right here, and I twisted them because they locked into place, but I think what I have to do is just put it back right on the mark. I do like these wheels though. They make the truck look more off-roady. So just installed a CNG tank in the back. I installed both of them back in here, but then we just decided that we only need one. 2 tanks were just for testing, just so we don't have to fill up often. But this is a production piece here, so we will just leave that one 21 by 60, which is 21.2 GGE, 21.2 gallons of CNG fits in this tank at 3600 psi. So I will be putting a cover over this later, but that's what we got. Rhino lining was done by Rhino Linings in Fletcher, North Carolina. If you need your bed sprayed or anything like that, they do lifts. They have a alignment machine. They're really good people, so check them out. They're right down the road from us, so it's convenient. We just drop it off and pick it up next day. The leveling kit was a complete fail because I don't know why, but they only sent me the plates, and then I realized later that when I installed the plates, the track bar is original. So what happened was the whole axle shifted towards the driver's side, and when I was looking at the truck yesterday, I was like, why is this wheel sticking out more on this side than this side? And I did some more research, and I was like, okay, so I got the wrong kit. That kit must be for like a 2-wheel drive or something like that, or I have no idea, but I ordered the right kit that's gonna come with the plates, and then the shock extensions, the sway bar, spacers, and more importantly the track bar relocation bracket, which will put the axle back in its original place so it won't be shifted over. And so once that kit comes in, I'm going to swap it out. Right now the truck is not going to be driving anywhere, it'll be parked inside, so that's no problem. But these wheels look really awesome, and just makes the truck look so much better. Like with the whole leveling kit, once it's done properly, it's gonna look really good. And this guard right here, I'm planning to put this in front of that truck right there. So I think that's it for this video, and it sucks that the leveling kit was a complete fail, but it is what it is. Learn something new every day. Later.